Hi, yogis. Hi, beautiful yogis. How are you guys? I love Wanderlust. I love it so much. It's like camp. I was the color war captain at camp. I led my team to victory. Camp was so amazing for me. Did anybody love camp? So, like rolling up the hill, I just had that sort of high feeling of, oh my God, I'm going to camp. And so I just want to really begin there. I'm so grateful for this place. I'm so grateful to be at Wanderlust for the first time ever. Ever, ever, ever. Yeah, it's amazing. I have never, I also really want to thank not only the Wanderlust community, but all of you, because if you have been following my trajectory, you've been seeing that I recently became a yoga teacher. Only this past year I'm a kundalini yoga teacher. And so I never really identified as a yogi. I always really identified as a metaphysician, as a meditator, as a spiritual teacher. But there was this other world that I would dip into, and I would sort of keep it separate. Very ego of me, right? Oh, that's a separate world. I don't know that I do that. And yoga found me in a form that was relevant to me. And now I'm a yoga teacher. And it's just a real gift and a privilege to be able to be welcomed into this community with such open arms. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Yeah. I have a lot I want to cover in a short period of time. My name is Gabby. I like to talk, so we've got a lot to do here. So I really want to begin every lecture I do these days, I do some kind of kundalini meditations. So I always make sure to tune in the lectures so that we are tapping into the golden chain of teachers who have come before us, so that we're protecting the room, and so that we treat it like a real kundalini practice, where we tune in, we tune out, we sing our longtime sun song at the end. And even though this is more of a typical lecture, we will be doing some very deep meditation. And so therefore, before we begin anything else, let's tune in. So when we tune in with a kundalini yoga class, we use the Adi mantra, which is the mantra for protection. And like I said before, it calls on all of the golden chain of teachers who have come before us, all of the masters who have come before us, to enter into this divine space, to hold this space with us, to protect us, heal us, and guide us, and to really turn that light switch on from the onset of this session, so that we can all just wake up, be attentive, be assertive, and really be connected. So we just rub our palms together. Place your hands against your sternum in your prayer pose. Gently close your eyes, roll your eyes in and up. And we're going to use the Adi mantra, which is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the inner wisdom within. Ong, O-N-G, Namo, Gurudev Namo. If you're a kundalini student, please sing loud for those who have never done this mantra. And so take a deep breath in and hold it. And on the exhale, release. And take one more deep breath in to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take one last deep breath in, and hold it, and release. And when you're ready, open your eyes. We're all tuned in. Thank you. So good. All right, so before we even get into any talk, I'd like to teach my first meditation. I do this before most of my lectures, particularly in yoga communities and with people who really want to go big. And I assume this community wants to go big, right? You guys are ready. Yes, 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 yes. So this meditation is a meditation that busts through the blocks. So whatever baggage you woke up with, whatever crazy chaos you took with you, whatever you're still holding on to, maybe that message of, oh, I couldn't do that pose as well as I wanted to this morning, or I don't like the way my body looks in these pants, or I don't know what I'm going to eat later. All that crazy chaos really blocks us from receiving the information that we're here to receive, from receiving that incredible download and that reorganization and that recalibration that we get from weeks like this. And so in order to have the greatest benefit and the greatest effect of these practices, we got to do ego eradicator. All right, anybody know ego eradicator? Oh my God, so many kundalini newbies. It's amazing. Okay, so ego eradicator is one of the most magnificent meditations in the Kundalini handbook, and there are millions. And what it does is, like I said, it busts through the blocks. It releases tension. It kind of takes us to that place that we can really come together as a collective community. So here's how we go. We're sitting in easy pose, which is pretty much how most of you are sitting, just sitting cross-legged with your spine straight. Gently just put your hand against your neck and just press gently against your neck so that you have that really straight neck lock. Awesome. Okay, drop your hand. The hands in ego eradicator are like this. You take your fingertips and you press them against the pads of your fingers, okay, like your little kitty cat pads right there, and create a lot of tension. And the tension is really important because that tension is what moves all that stress through us. Our arms are up at 60 degrees, and our thumbs are anchored into the top of this beautiful tent, anchored into the sky. You guys look amazing. Okay. All right, everybody got that? Feel that tension, no wobbly elbows. We've got straight up ego eradicator, shoulders back, arms up. Okay, good, drop your hands. The breath is breath of fire. So most of you, I'm assuming, probably know what yogic breath is. When we inhale, our stomach extends. On the exhale, our diaphragm comes in and up. Inhale out, exhale in and up. Inhale out, exhale in and up. If you want to take a moment, put your hand on your stomach. Inhale out. Exhale in and up. Okay, make sure that we're doing that, because if you're doing breath of fire in the opposite direction, you might pass out, and we don't want that. I don't want people passing out in the tent. Okay, so the breath of fire is a very rapid breath through your nose, and it's really like a fluttering of the diaphragm. Can you do it with me? Awesome. If you're on the first 3 days of your moon cycle, or if you're pregnant, do not do breath of fire. Anyone else can do breath of fire. If at any point throughout the meditation you start feeling dizzy, you start feeling nauseous, just long, deep breath. Stop the breath of fire right away and just go right into long, deep breath. Okay? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to eradicate your egos? I think you are. Okay, Mike, we can pull up the music in any second now. Hold on a second. Everybody, let's get your arms up in that beautiful position. You got it up. Arms up, you got it. Thumbs plugged into the sky. Mike, we can put that music up whenever you're ready. Arms plugged into the sky. Eyes closed, breath of fire. You and me watching the jets go by. Tension in your arms, 60 degrees. Feeling that amazing power of that energy flying through your arms, through your thumbs. Breath of fire. Deepening your breath of fire, going for it. Arms up. And commit. awaken the power of the room when you open your eyes. So for the collective consciousness of this group, keep your eyes closed. 1 more minute. Breath of fire. Come on, yogis, go big. Expanding your magnetic field. Dropping your hands in your lap, eyes closed. Sitting in stillness. Eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And release. And when you're ready, open your eyes. It was getting so good in here, I had to take off my shoes. Awesome work. Awesome. All right, cool. Now we can get to work. We kind of cut through the crap, and we can really go deeper now. I use this meditation whenever I feel like that fear-based voice, that little nasty voice in the back of my mind is saying, nice try. I use this meditation whenever I feel energetically blocked in any way. I use this meditation whenever I feel emotionally blocked in any way. This is the greatest practice for busting through. Breath of fire is one of the greatest tools that you could put into your toolbox. Just that breath of fire alone is a tool you can take home with you today and begin to use whenever you have those moments of feeling like you need to redirect. For me, my true north is my breath. If I'm not breathing, I know I'm not connecting. If I'm not breathing, I know I'm not being me. I know I'm not in alignment with God. I know I'm not in alignment with the person who I am with. I know I'm not recognizing the other person as me. I know I am not recognizing compassion. I know I am not centered in my truth. I know that I am in my head. I know that I'm caring a lot more about what my pants look like rather than how I feel. Right? And that really is just one of the greatest resources we have, is just to know when we're in and know when we're out. And when we're in, we're breathing. When we're in, we're flowing. When we're in, we don't think about our breath. It's an incredible extension of our magnificent presence. When we're out, it's choked. It's blocked. And so for me, for many, many years, I lived in that strangled place. I lived very spiritually bankrupt. I lived very fearful. I lived very controlling, anxiety-ridden. I was brought up in these environments. I'm good friends with Elena Brower, and her little son Jonah is like the cutest kid ever, if anyone's seen this kid, floating all around, doing this thing. And I just remembered, it really reminded me of my upbringing. I grew up in environments like this, brought in and out of ashrams and yoga retreats and Omega and Kripalu, and that was what my gig was as a kid. My parents were yogis and macrobiotic and homeopathic, and this was my reality. And I was blessed to be given the spiritual seeds at a very young age. I was blessed to be taught to meditate when I was 16 years old and having an existential crisis and losing my mind. And my mom said, sit your ass down on that meditation pillow and try this. And we know what happens. But we also know what happens when we turn our back on our practice. And each and every one of us in this room has a dedicated practice. We've made a commitment to be in a space like this. But we also have those times in our life where we detour into fear, where we forget to laugh. And we choose that fear-based perception as our reality, thinking, oh, you know what? All that in-here stuff is kind of cool and groovy when I'm at that Wanderlust festival. But when I get home, I got to get back to business, right? Or when I get home, I got to make things happen. Forget that yoga mat. I got to make things happen. And that, for me, was what happened. When I went into that space by the time I was 17 years old, 18 years old, off to college, I realized, oh, no, I got to make things happen. And I let go of any power greater than myself, and all that power became something I believed I had within me. And luckily for me, that didn't work. Luckily for me, I got really spun out. Luckily for me, I redirected in the wrong direction so far that by the time I was 25 years old, I was really driven by my ego, driven by the fact that I was a young entrepreneur, driven by the fact that I had access to nightclubs, driven by the fact that I was addicted to drugs and alcohol. That was what was running my life. And so it was a great blessing to hit a big bottom at 25. And you know what happens when you hit your bottom? You have that divine surrender. You have those moments when you're so released that no matter what you do, Spirit can intervene. You hit your knees so hard. You hit that mat so hard. That doesn't matter what you do. You feel and you hear and you know you're being guided. And so as deep and dark as those moments can be, those moments are the great catalyst for our most magnificent change. Those moments are those divine opportunities where we can actually hear. Because when we're off the mat and we're thinking, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, we're not listening at all. We're not listening. We're cutting off communication with our inner guidance system. That's suicide. That's like driving blindfolded. And so when we start to have those beautiful moments where we hit our knees and we hit our bottom, and some of you might be in that place today. Maybe it's a physical condition. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's body image. Whatever it is for you, wherever that may be, whatever that bottom may be, no matter how high or low it is, it's a divine opportunity for spiritual growth and cracking open. And that was the case for me. On October 2nd of 2005, I had that moment of cracking open. I hit my knees. I said, God, universe, whoever the F is out there, I need a miracle. And I woke up that morning and I heard a very authoritative voice come through, and that voice said, get clean and you will live a life beyond your wildest dreams. I've been sober since that day. I'll celebrate 8 years of sobriety in October of 2013. And my true north following my true north began in my sobriety. And as a sober woman, I started to be guided to the next right action. So whenever you find that first spiritual path, you're then guided to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And your spiritual awareness can begin to expand larger and larger and larger because your willingness is so magnificent. And that willingness is all I needed. That willingness is all any of us need to be given exactly the next right action. And so for me, it came through sober recovery. Then it came through a book called A Course in Miracles. I soon became a student and a teacher of the metaphysical text, A Course in Miracles. And people always say, how'd you find your yoga practice, right? Many of you, your response is, oh, well, it found me, right? Anybody say that? Oh, it found me. That's the case for me in any spiritual arena I have stepped into, is that I was pushed in. Course in Miracles found me and physically dragged me to the register to buy the book. Years of being a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles has been a magnificent journey of unlearning. And A Course in Miracles, for anyone who's not familiar, it is a text that is based on the principle of forgiveness. And through the experience of forgiveness, we can unlearn the fears that we had chosen to believe in and reclaim the loving presence that we are. Through unlearning, we remember. And so it's not necessarily a course on learning anything. It's a course on unlearning everything. And in that presence where we forget all that we chose to believe in, that's when we remember what we are really here to do and who we are really here to be. And through the experience of forgiveness, we have those divine encounters, which the Course refers to as miracles. And those miracles are those moments when we shift our perception, the moment when we let go, the moment when we forgive, the moment when we say, oh, this pain is okay, I can handle it, and we move a little further. The moment when we say, I can be at peace with my condition. I don't need it to be gone to be safe and healthy. I can be at peace wherever I am. The miracle is the moment that we say, I am good enough, regardless of my given circumstances. And so adding up those moment-to-moment miracles, we begin to live a miraculous life. And that's really a choice that we make. Our happiness is a choice that we make. Are we going to choose to come to a festival like this and surround ourselves by like-minded brothers and sisters who are here to elevate us? Are we going to choose to get on that mat every day? Are we going to choose to show up for our higher consciousness? Or are we going to choose to detour into fear, eat junk food, read the newspaper every single second of the day, and be miserable? The choices. I'm not saying we shouldn't read the newspaper, but, be mindful. And so in this time of being a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, I started feeling like there was more. And I know many of you know this. You may have had this experience in your own life where you feel, okay, this is groovy, I dig this, but there's got to be something more. I kind of need something different. And then all of a sudden, a book falls off the shelf, and you need exactly what you have right in front of you. And so I started to pray for more. I said, okay, I'm really in my head. I've got this deep contemplative meditation thing down. I can sit for a while. That's groovy. But what else is there? I've been neglecting my body. I want to have that visceral experience in my body. I want to know more. And I want to teach more. And that deep desire to teach, which many of us in this room have, I know, that deep desire to teach guides us directly and fiercely to the teachers that we need that will heighten our level of understanding and awareness so that we can then be a beautiful being that can transmute those messages in our own authentic way. And so any one of you that has that desire to teach, do not deny it. We need you. And so I heard that call, and this is about a year ago, and I started to pray. And I said, Spirit, please bring me that next guide, that next teacher. Show me the way. My friend Shauna then invited me to a yoga class / dinner, private class with this teacher that I had never heard of. And I don't know why, because no offense anyone, I didn't like yoga at the time. And I didn't, it's not that I didn't like it, I just hadn't fallen in. And I wasn't, against the idea, but it wasn't something I typically would have done. But for whatever reason, once again, that voice within me said, get your ass in that yoga studio. And so I went to this yoga studio, and I walked in, and I met this divine, beautiful woman with a turban and white, 70-year-old woman in better shape than any one of us in this entire environment, and her name is Gurmukh. And Gurmukh is one of the founders of Golden Bridge Yoga and a great kundalini master teacher who has been one of the disciples of and students of Yogi Bhajan when he was in this world. And so Gurmukh was there. I took a half-hour class. I never went back. I mean, I never didn't go back. I continuously kept showing up. It became my practice. And many of you know this, that gift of falling in love with your practice. This is a blessing I would hopefully bestow upon every being I meet, that they have the opportunity in their life to fall madly in love with their practice, to have that experience of wanting and yearning to get back on that mat, waking up and just jumping out of bed to do that breath work, having that amazing moment, even when you hate the meditation, that voice that says, keep going, girl, keep going. And that's what Kundalini was for me. It came to me and it gave me this magnificent blessing of greater awareness, this opportunity to expand my electromagnetic field, this opportunity to really step in fully, not dance around the perimeter of the person I am here to be, but to fully dive deeply into the woman I am here to be, the teacher I am here to be, and the light that I am here to bring. And that is what our practice brings us. And so within a few weeks, I signed up for the teacher training, and I became a teacher last May, and now I'm out. I'm a Kundalini teacher. And so part of what I wanted to bring to you today were some of the lessons that I have been living by as a result of being a teacher of these tools and this technology. Not only the meditations, but the key principles. And so Yogi Bhajan, who was the master who brought Kundalini Yoga to the West and predominantly began this major movement in Los Angeles of really bringing, and particularly with a lot of addicts, resurrecting these addicts, bringing them to that place that they were trying to get to through the drugs and alcohol, and showing them that that powerful presence of spirit is directly within them, and giving them tools that they could skyrocket their way to that high, beautiful, magnificent presence of peace within, is the technology of Kundalini. And so I found this practice and I fell in love, and I also fell in love with the master Yogi Bhajan. I fell in love with his essence and his messages and his principles. And so what I wanted to bring to you guys today was Yogi Bhajan's 5 sutras for the Aquarian age. We're in the Aquarian age right now. This is the time when A lot of you feel it. A lot of you know it. Everyone said, okay, this isn't necessarily that the world is changing, it's just the world has changed as we knew it. And we are feeling that anxiety a little bit more. We're feeling that tension. It's almost like a pressure cooker. We feel that real strong call to go deeper in and really strengthen that spiritual presence more, because we have to be an energy field that can contain and coexist with all the craziness around us. Is anybody feeling that? Raise your hands. Yes, I know, because I'm speaking to the choir here. Yogi Bhajan said that at this time, during the Aquarian age, there would be a one-third philosophy. One-third will commit suicide. One-third will go mad. One-third will wake up. You know who you are. Take that in. You know who you are. And it's not just about waking up for you. This is about waking up for the times. If we don't wake up more and more people around us, if we are not allowing ourselves to be an expression of the light that's coming through us, then we are screwed. Then we're going to see more and more chaos. We're going to see more and more shootings of young children. We're going to see more and more problems. We're not going to see what we need to see. And so the only way to combat that crazy is to wake the F up now. So I invite you to join me. I think you already have. But it's festivals like this. I mean, the people that run Wanderlust, this isn't just a groovy, fun festival. This is light workers at work. These are missionaries. These guys are on it. And this is necessary. This time is not a time of, okay, how can I get? This is a time of how can I give? How can I serve? I love what Sean said this morning. Live well and serve well and surrender completely. Live well, serve well, surrender completely. Sean Korn, man, that was good. And that serve well, that is what really is that presence that comes through us. It says, okay, get over that crazy crap that's been holding you up for 25 years. It's time to get to work. And that's really such a powerful place to be when we recognize, okay, I have a much greater mission here in this world at this time than to just sit on my ass and bitch about whatever's going on. I have a much greater purpose and much greater power, and I have a presence within me that I must tap into if I'm going to really show up and play big. And so that's my request, is for you guys to take that in. The 5 Sutras of the Aquarian Age are an incredible creed to live by. These messages are just an amazing guidepost for us to live by. And Yogi Bhajan left us with these 5 sutras so that we could really step in, tune in, really make sure that we were not misguided at this time. And he knew that this was not a time for creating disciples. This was a time for creating teachers. How many teachers are in the room? Okay, some of you have your hands down. Get your hands up, everyone. You are all teachers. Every single one of you has something to share, has something to teach, has a story to tell. Really, all we are is just rocking tours for love. If we tell our story, that is our blessing. That is our teachings. That is our message. So it's your call. Do you want to tell the story, or do you want to hide? But I hear you, I know you, and I want you to wake up. And I hear so many people these days just feeling that vibration, like, oh God, it's time. I got to go. I got to get going. But sometimes that tension and that awareness can be a little bit like this. Like, I got to make it happen. Like, I got to get that blog up. I got to tweet 45 times a day. Like, you know that, right? That's the ego part. I need to be seen. If you can redirect that I need to be seen into I need to serve in the most fierce, powerful way, show me what you've got, speak through me, guide me, lead me. Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? What would you have me do? What would you have me wear? Then you become a vessel through which Spirit speaks through you. Then you are no longer, what should I say when I get up on that stage? Should I wear my shoes or not? No. You get on that stage and you know what to say because it comes through you naturally. You step into that yoga studio and you know what to say because it comes through you naturally. And you throw your whole method out the window and everything just comes through. And it's far greater than any outline you could have ever planned. And that is what we need to really tap into right now. So, the first sutra of the Aquarian age, recognize the other person is you. This is a really important one to me these days. I wrote down, what we admire in others is the parts of ourselves that we may not have developed or expressed yet. So there's parts of us that might walk around these conferences or get on to Twitter and Facebook or emails and blogs and think, oh, I want that, I can't have that, I'm less than. That light that you see in someone else is just an expression of your own inner light. And the only tension or jealousy that you may have is just that you may not have expressed it fully yet. But it's not that you don't have it. So we need to redirect that thinking of, oh, I don't have that. I am less than. I am not what I see in that person. And instead, accept fully, that is me. Recognizing the other person is me. Recognizing that the light that I am seeing in that person is being reflected back at me. Another piece here is what we don't like in others is a disowned part of our shadow. Take that one. So, I've been seeing a lot of people these days on the internet, just like talking shit all over the internet, like, oh my God, you're too skinny. Oh my God, I hate that. What are you talking about? Whatever, like, shit. And I see that, and we see it, we all hear it, we all experience it, whether it's online, offline, wherever. We feel those moments, not only when we're the ones that are the attacker, but when we're being attacked. And what we need to do first is the people that are the attackers, we need to recognize, okay, whatever I don't like in that person is a disowned part of my own shadow. Instead of attacking, let me get to work. Let me heal that root cause condition that is driving me to be an asshole. Right? Forgive me for cursing so much in this beautiful sacred tent, but it's just, So what is it about me? What is the disowned part of my shadow that is just driving me to be like this? Eventually, the more you wake up, the less you can vibe with that crap. The less that part of you even wants to come out. I find myself when I go into that place of gossip, I'm a girl, I gossip, but when I go into that place, I start feeling ill. I start feeling nauseous. I start to say, sometimes I'll go there for 20 minutes and then I'll just stop talking. Because I can recognize the other person as me and I can say, oh, that is a disowned part of my own shadow. Clean that up. And so this is about progress, not perfection. Recognizing and identifying and being willing to look at these darker parts of us isn't about beating ourselves up. A lot of people begin on a spiritual path and they start to say, oh, well, okay, I'm looking at all my crap and I'm seeing all my limiting beliefs and oh my God, I suck so bad. Right? And then we start to judge. And A Course in Miracles teaches us, do not judge your ego with your ego. Don't use your spiritual practice as another opportunity to attack yourself and put yourself down. Use it as an opportunity to just take out that magnifying glass and look at those darker shadows and experiment with those dark shadows and see what it's like to just shut up sometimes. And see what it's like to just be the witness of that fear and coexist with it. And let it go. The second sutra of the Aquarian age is the most radical thing that I have heard in my lifetime. I swear by this, I live by this. It moves me to say it. It moves me to think it. There is a way through every block. Say it with me. There is a way through every block. Does that feel good? Does anyone feel good when they say that? The part of you that doesn't may just not believe it, but that voice within us, there is a way through every block. When we start to tap into that more conscious part of our being, when we start to accept and embrace that part of us that is that spirit presence within us, that's when we start to be given creative ideas to move through the blocks. But when we're tapped into that logical, practical mind that says, okay, I've got to get 10 things done, I've got to tweet 45 times, I've got to meet 10 people, I've got to get to this yoga class, I've got to get to that yoga class, I've got to do this perfectly, that's when we are blocking that guidance and that creative force that comes through us that is the way through every block. So that intuitive voice in my first book, Add More Ing to Your Life, I call it your ing, your inner guidance system. Whatever we're doing that is based in fear is blocking our connection to our ing. Whatever we are doing that is based in love is heightening the presence of our ing. And so the way through every block is to tap into your inner guidance system, however you do it, whether it's through yoga, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through affirmations, whether it's through practicing books, whether it's through talking to friends, however you are expressing spirit truly through you is how you will be able to access that direction and that creative thinking that is the way through every block. And so really that's your choice, once again. Am I going to go to crazy town or am I going to open up to that creative capacity? The third one, when the time is on you, start and the pressure will be off. I love this, I love this, I love this. Okay, so you guys were talking about the Aquarian age. When the time is on you, start and the pressure will be off. Talking about the Aquarian age, we're talking about how we start to feel that pressure cooker. We feel, okay, I got to get to work. I got to do something. I got to wake up more. I got to help people. I don't know what to do. So instead of actually doing something, we just freak out for like a month, a year, 10 years. We freak out, right? Instead of stepping in and acting, we sit there waiting. How do I do it? The site doesn't look good enough. The tweet isn't right? Or the yoga class isn't perfect. My body's not right yet. I can't do it. When the time is on you, start, and the pressure will be off. So the message here is don't wait. Go. Do it. Act now. And really accepting, we need you, we need you, we need you. You are the 1%. You're the percent that says, I'm going to wake up. You are the light workers. You are the ones that have accepted this call in this lifetime. At this time, you have decided to wake up and chosen to say, yes, I'm here to be of greater service than just to feed myself, right? I'm here to feed the world. I'm here to give love. I'm here to be an expression of that truth. Don't hold that back. Don't play small. We can't. We need you. And so really, if you are anyone in this room who has been sitting on that book idea, waiting a little bit longer before you start that teacher training, or doing 10 more teacher trainings before you actually teach, if that's you guys, start. And the pressure will be off. I can't begin to tell you, I could cry just saying this. The day I taught Ego Eradicator, I was 2 weeks into my teacher training, and I said, F it, let's go. And I just went, and I felt so much pressure off. I felt so much lift. Because I just knew, I felt this technology must be shared. I can't hold it. I can't keep it for myself. I can't just sit in my apartment by myself like this. I gotta give this. And sharing it, the pressure that just lifted, it was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wasn't the perfect teacher, and I look back and I was teaching Ego Eradicator wrong. Everyone's arms were like this. Everyone was breathing backwards. It was a mess, but I did it, and I started. And in those moments when we just get to go, just go, the pressure is off, and then we clear the path, and we are guided to the next right action. And that is the most magnificent thing we could do right now. All right, this one's deep. Understand through compassion, or you will misunderstand the times. Okay, so I had a little experience at Avis. You know Avis. This was a week ago. And I was with my fiance renting a car. And we walk in, and man, these women did not want to help us. You know, from the second we walked in, they were like, how can we make this really effing difficult for you? Hi! And, you know, it was just one thing after the next. I'm not even going to get into the details, but it was so horrifying, so rude, so mean, just really just a sad, sad person trying to flaunt their power in the one place where they felt they had some. And I did not find compassion in that moment. And sometimes that little Scorpio comes out. And she's a bitch. And she was mad. And then she started to flaunt her power, saying, oh, well, what is your full name, lady? I will be calling your manager now. And I did, and I called the manager, and I went through the play-by-play, and I was like, she did this, she did this, she did this, she did this. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Done, okay? I hung up the phone, and I started hysterically crying. And my fiance's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I said, I just got someone fired. And he said, well, she deserved to be fired. I said, no. She's not happy. She's not well. She clearly needs love. She clearly needs a sense of empowerment, because all she's trying to do is find power in the wrong place. And I just got her fired. And I can't feel good about that. I can't feel proud of that. I can't let revenge be a good thing. And all I heard Yogi Bhajan's voice. I heard, understand through compassion or you will misunderstand the times. And I felt so deeply connected to that woman in that moment. And I recognized that that wasn't going to be how I could do things anymore. It didn't work. Revenge and fighting back didn't work. There's a point when the Scorpio becomes the eagle and she starts to fly above, and I just wasn't the scorpion anymore. She was gone, and I couldn't do it, and I really was blessed with that beautiful moment so that I can share this story, so that I can understand on a very visceral level what that sutra means to me. Understand through compassion, or you will misunderstand the times. If you turn your back on someone, you will misunderstand the times. If you turn your head, you will misunderstand the times. If you fight back, you will misunderstand the times. And this also really echoes a tremendous lesson from A Course in Miracles, which is something I've chosen to live by, which is, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. That ego need to fight back, that ego need to attack, that ego need to judge is the darkest part of us. It is the weakest part of us. It is not that power presence within us. And had I walked into that room with compassion, not only would I have left a blessing upon that woman, but I would have given her permission to be kinder to me too. And that compassion is a magical miracle that just takes over. It takes over, it takes over, it takes over. It's like a vacuum cleaner and just cleans up all the crap so that you start to feel this great presence of connection with every being around you. And so my hope and my intention is that as you walk through this festival, and not just here because it's super easy to do it here, but as you walk through your life, look people in the eye, create deeper connection. Think, what might they be going through? For your attackers, pray for them. Ask yourself, what is it in them that is igniting something in me? And how can I be of better service to them? I'm not saying that you can't stick up for yourself, but you can absolutely stick up for yourself with compassion. It would have been far different if I had walked in there in a compassionate way and said, I'm sorry, you're being a little bit irrational. Can we talk about this? Rather than go Scorpio on her and call her manager and get her fired, right? Very different ways of navigating situations. And the real presence of power within us is the powerful presence that is compassionate and loving and giving. Okay. So I hope you get that one, because I got it. I hope you don't have to get it the way I did. The last one. Vibrate with the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear the path. Shake our hands for that one. Vibrate with the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear the path. I'm not going to talk about this one. I'm going to meditate you through this one. Okay? So, Mike, we're going to get ready for some crazy-ass music here. Okay, so here's this one. So, women, it's different than men. This is a meditation that is in some ways called the backpack meditation. It's a series of meditations that we can throw in our backpack, use anytime, anywhere. It's magnificent. It's also a great meditation that we can use when we're really irrational. And when we're irrational, that's typically when we are not vibrating with the cosmos, right? We're not vibrating. When we're irrational, I was not vibrating with the cosmos in Avis. So we want to have those opportunities to vibrate with the cosmos, and that's going to come in when we start to really tap into that greater presence around us. The feeling that you feel when you're in Shavasana, the feeling that you feel when you're in communities like this, the feeling that you're going to feel after this meditation, that is vibrating with the cosmos. And it is our choice and our decision in any given moment if we're going to vibrate with low-level chaos or if we're going to vibrate with the high powers that be. And that is our choice. Through our thoughts, we vibrate low-level thoughts, or we vibrate high-level thoughts. Through our actions, we're vibrating low-level experiences or high-level experiences. And you all know this. Whatever you are vibrating is coming right back to you like a boomerang. So if you want to go big, if you want to feel big, if you want to expand your greatest source of power, which is your presence, really make a commitment to vibrate with the cosmos. Okay. So ladies, it's different than men. Ladies, your thumb and your ring finger are touching here, your left thumb and your left ring finger, and they're up next to your ear, just like this, right against your side, up next to your ear. Got that? Your pinky and your thumb are placed gently in your lap. And this will just be long, deep breath. Men, opposite. You girls, you can watch, drop your hands. Men, opposite. Right hand, ring finger and thumb to the right side, pinky and thumb dropped in your lap. Okay? So you guys got that? Girls got that? Guys got that? Okay. We're going to just deeply breathe. No special breath, just breathing deep. And I'll take the music at any time, Mike, whenever you're ready. Eyes closed. Breathing deeply in and out your mouth, out your nose, whatever you prefer. Deep yogic breath. Take a deep breath in. And raise your hands over your head. Start shaking them out. Shake, 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 shake. Woo! Shake like crazy! Shake it out! All of it, all of it, all of it. All the crazy, all the chaos, all the drama, all the ego, all the attack, all the judgment. Shake it out!
That every demon wants is pound of flesh, but I like to keep some things to myself.
Shake it out, eyes closed. Keep it to yourself. Shake it out!
Strong. It's always darkest.
Go big. Shake, shake, shake.
And I've been a fool and I've been
Shake your head. that done. Eyes closed. Sit in your vibration. Sit in it. Placing your palms together against your heart. Sing with me. Guru, Guru, Waheguru, Guru Ramdas Guru.
Guru, Guru, Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru, Guru, Waheguru.
Eyes closed.
Guru Ramdas Guru.
Dropping your hands in your lap with your palms facing upward.
Guru Waheguru.
Receiving all of the energy of the cosmos now.
Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Waheguru. 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 Guru Ramdas Guru.
Sing it for yourself.
Guru Guru Waheguru.
Placing your hand on your heart center.
Guru Ramdas Guru.
Smile as you sing.
Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru.
Sing it for someone you know in pain.
Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru.
Sing it to someone you've been resenting.
Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas Guru.
Sing it to every being in this room.
Guru Guru Waheguru.
Sing it loud.
Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Waheguru. Guru Ramdas
We're going to sing one last song, placing your hands together in prayer pose. This is our longtime sun song. We sing this to all of the people who we have been resenting. We sing this to all of the people who are in need. We sing this to ourselves. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We sing this together. Beginning with may the longtime sun shine upon you. And the song is taking a moment. Breathing deeply.
Shine upon you.
All
love surround you.
and the pure light within
And the pure light within you
Guide your way on. Hands against your chest in prayer pose. Let's close this beautiful time together with a long sat, short nam, your truth identified. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. May the long-time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. May the pure light within you guide your way on. May you vibrate with the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear the path. May you be blessed, may you be happy, may you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you recognize that you are the guru, and we need you. Please wake up, please listen, and please share. Sat Nam. Thank you.